Welcome, Walnut. I'm Lara, but you can call me Laz, your host for Walnut Wednesday. This is your reminder to be brave, be yourself, and know that you can make the world a better place just by what you decide today. Here, I'm going to share my weekly walnuttings with you on a Wednesday.
Good morning, Walnut. It is me, Laz, here for another episode of Walnut Wednesday. How are you this week? Let me know how you're doing. If you are watching this, I apologize for the harsh lighting. It's currently 4:40 a.m. So it's a bit dark outside and the lighting is just my lounge lighting. And my voice is a bit quieter because I have woken up before everybody else in the house and people are still sleeping. So let me know if you do this, Walnut. I actually find it really relaxing to wake up when everything is still asleep and just sit there and potter and things like that. The reason I've been doing this, actually, side note, is that I'm working from home at the moment. So I've been getting up at my normal get up work time, well, about 15, half an hour, minute sleeping. But getting up around my normal work time so I can get up to do Walnut stuff and then start work early and then finish work early in the afternoon, my normal finish time, so that I can go and do renovations, because my walnutting this week is we bought a house. Yeah! We bought a house. It was settlement day last week, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the journey and what it took to actually get to this point, because there was a time for a very long time that Geordie and I didn't think it was actually possible to buy a house together. Now, because a lot of it is only 50% my stuff and 50% Geordie's stuff, I can't really get into too much of the detail without sharing things that I'm not sure the other party would appreciate me sharing. But I want to tell you a little bit of a walnutting in terms of perseverance and a newer understanding of relationships and stuff like that. So if you didn't know, Walnut, Geordie and I have been together for 100 years. We're like a pair of old slippers. You probably wouldn't know me without a Geordie, and you probably wouldn't know a Geordie without a Lara. So it was an interesting process when all of this came about, because we're coming to our 30th year, like as in being alive, not together. And we had financial bumps in the road for quite some time. It's always been quite a touchy subject. So one, if you're in a relationship and you don't fight about money, what do you fight about? Because that seems to be one of the main argument topics that we sort of have had for years, and we're only just kind of coming out of that, where everything has kind of been laid out on the table, and that's been because of purchasing a house. So it's been a really interesting time, and a good thing, because with buying the house, the process was so bloody long, by the way. And we were doing a private sale. So if you've bought a house, Walnut, I take my hat off to you and the perseverance that it takes, because it is no easy feat for sure. We'd been doing this kind of hamster wheel since February 2021. It's now, when you're hearing this, going to be September 2021. So it's been a little while. We finally got settlement on the 26th of August 2021. So yes, definitely cracked open the Moe Walnut. I definitely celebrated my butt off. It is something to be super, super proud of. But the process and the things that you have to do when buying a house really laid all of our financial cards out on the table and all of our little skeletons in the closet that we had our trials and tribulations to kind of get through. And it was actually quite a hard time to be discussing them, because it was actually during a time where new things were being brought up. This is actually going to be really hard to say without saying it, so maybe I'll just change my topic halfway through the episode. But celebrating that we bought a house, admitting that there were trials and tribulations and some skeletons in the closet that came out, that during which the last few months have actually been a little bit hard. But now, on the arse end of it, we're really happy that we did it. We're really proud of ourselves at the way that our communication has evolved now, and we're really happy that we were put in the situations we were put in, because they laid all of our financial cards out on the table, and we discussed them now. And I think it's even with things like Walnut Wednesday and my Walnut Wednesday accounts, because a period of so long where Geordie and I used to fight about money so much, it's like I kind of adapted a behavior where then I became hiding money, and I've always been the quote unquote, doing air quotes, Walnut, the good one with money. But I spend a lot of money on personal development stuff, and some of the stuff I just feel like doing it. It's not actually, I don't know, you know what I mean? So like, I think that was a big fright as well, to be like, excuse me, lady, you're doing some naughty things with your money too. Not necessarily naughty, that's a whole different topic, but it was on both ends. We had to kind of come clean and kind of admit some stuff that we were doing to each other. And we had been in a saga for so many years of being separate. We've kept everything so separate for so long. And the reason for that was, I used to say that I didn't want to join accounts because he was a smoker and he spent way more money than me. But, you know, gradually over the years, the tables have turned. Now I've been the one who probably actually does spend a little bit more, while at the same time being a bit more frugal. I spend more stuff. Like, I get a wax, I get my nails done, I do my hair. My stuff costs a lot more and can disappear a lot quicker. So it's a big long story about money, right? But I think the learning here, Walnut, is that money does not make the world go round, and money will not make you feel, it's not the thing that's going to make you feel safe. And I think because we've been doing this kind of process from, the start of the year, for like nearly half a year, actually for half a year, we got to a point where it was kind of like, I am safe either way. I don't need this purchase. I don't need all this money. And so we were going through phases of that. When we were told, like, yep, you've got it, we didn't like start planning all the plans, because we didn't know how much money we were going to get and all the things, and it was just so long that we didn't put all our eggs in the basket of, this is what we need and this is what's going to happen in order to make us feel safe and feel happy. We kind of already were being grateful for what we were already doing, and then it kind of manifested in that way. So it was also a bit of like in a relationship way, the communication lines were fully open and we had to like admit a lot of stuff to each other. But on a manifestation page, being grateful for what and how we were already living was such a testament to the end result, because we actually got it when all the sign cards were saying that it wasn't going to be possible for another few years for us. So that took a lot of mindset work in terms of stepping back, having gratitude, and knowing that we are safe without it. So yeah, I bought a house. I bought a house, Walnut. Walnut Wednesday will officially have a Walnut Wednesday headquarters. I will have my own office. I won't be doing podcasts in the floor in my room, quietly at the dining room table while everyone sleeps, in the spare room when there's someone out not in the spare room. I will have my own space, and I'm so excited, and I feel like I can finally really start celebrating that now. So if you are here with me, and if you have a drink, I've got my cough here. If you've got a cough, if it's the morning, if you've got a little glass of delicious refreshing water, bing bing bing, cheers, cheers, cheers. I'll have a little sip. I did a thing, and I'm so proud of myself. So this episode is not really necessarily a learning. Like, I did learn a little bit, but I just wanted to brag up on myself because it was something that I didn't think was possible for Jordy and I, and we manifested it. So I'm really happy and really pleased and feeling really lucky and grateful for my life. So I would love to know what you're feeling grateful for, Walnut. I'd love to know if you have any DIY tips. I'd love to know if you bought a house, and if you did, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. It's so hard. And also, if you're in a long-term relationship and you fight about money, let's have a discussion about it, because I think I'll come back and talk about this more in depth another time, because there's actually so much more to this topic in terms of relations and long-term relations and money and things like that. So I feel like I'm learning a lot more knowledge in my storage bank to share with you in regards to this, but I just need to travel along the journey a little bit further before I share more. But that's my episode this week, Walnut. I'm a homeowner now. I'm officially a real grown-up. Well, you're a grown-up if you don't have a house, but I feel like I've really done a thing, and now I have to do all the bits and bobs, which is going to be hard, and also renovating. So I am going to clock off Walnut. It's nearly 5 a.m. I've got a call, and then I've got to log on to work, and then after I log on to work, I've got to go to my new house that I just bought and do some painting. So have a wonderful Walnut Wednesday. If you are here, just share this episode if you resonate, or get in touch, join the Walnut Tree on Facebook. I'd love to start some more discussions with you. I'd love to hear from you and know you're there. And I thank you so much for putting your time in and spending your time here with me on my little walnut journey. Have a great week. Happy Walnut Wednesday. You are beautiful, you are sexy, and you are delicious. And I will talk to you next week. Bye.